Okay, this is going to be my second interview for my blog, Addicted to Running. This is Allison. She runs in Chandler, Arizona, which happens to be just about 3.5 hours away from where I'm at now. Her race history, she's done 5 5Ks, 2 10Ks, and a half marathon, and another one coming up in November. So she's training, I'm assuming probably training for that right now.
Yep, just started.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
I started mine a couple of weeks ago, so yay for new training plans.
Definitely.
So the first question is, when did you start running, and then why did you start running, basically?
I started running, let's see, I started running in 2010, and I signed up for the Undy 5000 5K, and it's a walk run. It's not a race, it's just a fundraiser for colon cancer. I signed up to walk it. My girlfriend totally badgered me into starting to run. She guilted me into it. And I mean, I did track in high school, and I was like, I don't like to run. I'm a sprinter, blah, 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 blah. And when the 3.1 didn't kill me, I realized how much I like it. And so I kept running, and you just add the mileage from there.
And then kind of the second part to that question is, like, what do you enjoy about running that keeps you going now?
You know, I love the way it makes me feel. Yeah, I know a lot of people have said, you know, I never feel bad about running after I do it. And it's true. And, you know, I actually work from home, and my daughter's home with me several days a week. And so sometimes it's just some quiet time. The dog doesn't want to engage in conversation. She just wants to run. I just want to run. So it's a little bit of quiet time, and I can enjoy things even when it gets to be 110 degrees here.
What questions are you asked most about running?
Since I'm still new to the running world, and I don't have a lot of running friends, most of my friends ask me if I'm crazy. Which I totally get, because I always told my running friends before I started running, you're crazy. And so, you know, I get people ask me why I do it, why I'm willing to get up so early to do it. And my running friends just keep on asking me when I'm going to get that 26.2.
The question would be, if you could run with someone famous, who would it be?
See, and I know when I sent you this answer, I didn't even give you a famous person answer. I mean, I think Yasso would be so awesome to run with. He just seems like a very down-to-earth, kind and funny person who just runs for the love of it. And I think the same thing about Dean Karnazes. I read his book 50/50 and was just hooked. I don't know if that I'll ever get on an ultra marathon like he did, or definitely not do 50 states in 50 days. But you know, people like that are really great role models, especially for the non-elites. But I'll go back to the answer I emailed you, is, you know, if I had my choice to run with anybody, it would actually be my dad. But he didn't run, so it'd have to be a walk. But that would be, I'd be happy to do it one more time.
Do you run on a trail or road if you had the choice?
I just went on my first trail run this weekend. And I've been thinking about it for quite a while, and I just decided, and I just wrote a blog post about it because I loved it so much. I mean, it's easy to run on the canals here. So I live a mile away from one of the canals, so I usually just run down to the canal and then run along it however long I need to. And it's quiet, there's no traffic, it's simple. But it doesn't really create a lot of a challenge. I have to go to Ahwatukee, to the hills there, or out on the trails. So I just hit the trails. This weekend, for the first time, I went out to Santan Park in Queen Creek, and it was awesome. So I definitely think that it's good to run on the canal, because a lot of what I'll be doing, my next half marathon is going to be flat. But being out in nature and enjoying the run for more than just hearing my breath and hearing my feet pounding on the pavement, it was just awesome. And there were no rattlesnakes, so I didn't have to worry about it.
So next question is, what are your thoughts about the minimal and barefoot running movement?
You know, the first time I saw the Vibrams, I was like, what the heck are those? They were the first kind of minimalist shoes I saw. And I don't know, the socks with the toes creep me out. So I don't think I could ever do a minimalist shoe like that. But as a new parent, the best advice I ever got was do what works for you. What works best for you will not work best for somebody else. And it's absolutely true in parenting, but I have to apply that to running too, because some people some people will only do a 5K and they love it, and that's great. And if that's what works for them, that's great. And some people are going to do those ultra marathons.
So what shoes do you run in?
Right now I'm running in a pair of Sauconys, and I really like them. Before that I had some Nike Air Pegasi? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not brand loyal yet. I still haven't found that it pair of shoes. I'm still definitely looking. And the Sauconys I like because they're light and they're comfortable and they fit my feet really well without me having to tie the laces so tight. Mm-hmm. I liked the Nikes, but I like the Sauconys more. And then for the trail shoes, I bought the Brooks Cascadia brand.
Okay.
For just hiking. I didn't want a boot. We've been hiking for years, and it's a good trail running shoe as well as a good light hiking shoe.
And then on to so I guess if you had to pick one sponsor for yourself, who would it be and why? You had a pretty interesting answer for this one.
Yeah, and I'm kind of a dork, but so colon cancer is what my dad passed away from in 1999, and so it's my main cause. And so I didn't pick an athletic sponsor because I thought, well, if I were actually awesome enough to be sponsored, I want to look awesome on the race. And so I picked the designer Carmen Mark Valvo. He is a colon cancer survivor, and he is really big into the awareness and the fight against colon cancer campaigns. And he works with the Colon Cancer Alliance, which I do. And so I pick him, and I know I look good in royal blue. So there we go.
Okay. And then the final question is, what's your favorite race or event you've been a part of?
They're all my favorite, really. I mean, I've done Pat's Run for 2 years, and that's an amazing experience to see how many supporters there are. There are always members of the different branches of the military there showing their support for the Tillman Scholars. We watched Marie Tillman be interviewed this year, and that was just awesome because of, the strength she's shown in the last several years. I did London's Run in Queen Creek, and that just shows what a community can do to support a little girl and her family. And, it was my first half marathon, so I've got that little soft spot in my heart for it. But I think I might have to go back to the Undy 5000. It's my main cause, and, it's not the most exciting run. It's downtown Phoenix. It's flat. It's not, it's not a challenge. But it's for my favorite cause, and I love the people who put it on, and so I'm excited to do it again this year and hopefully beat my time again. Keep that speed work up.
Awesome. Well, thanks to Allison for joining us.
Thanks, Alex, for doing this. This is fun.
And then if you want, what's your blog again?
It's decadentphilistines.blogspot.com.
And then your Twitter?
It's DEC_Philistines. Philistines is spelled PHILISTINES.
Awesome. Thanks again.
Thanks so much.